Okay, good morning everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Here we go. Yoga in the basement practice space with me, Jiya. We are off and running, but we're not going to be running very fast because it's yoga. Okay, I know. It's technically humor, not very funny. But it's early. Maybe my coffee wasn't very strong. I don't know. Okay, but back to all seriousness. And this is your practice. Excuse me. Don't quit, but don't hurt yourself. All the way through, you do what you can to the fullest extent of your ability. This is the part where, again, you've got to be honest with yourself. This doesn't mean it's easy. Like sometimes it's very hard, complicated, difficult occasions. Some of these things we work on, particularly, we're going to do some hip openers today, and some of them are quite awkward and can be uncomfortable, and the difficulty with them, you got to spend some time in them as well. It's a weird little muscle group. It's a weird joint. It moves a lot of different ways, so it takes time. Good for you though. We don't notice when the hips are going bad until they really get tight. It's like a door that gets jammed. You don't really notice until it's really stuck. Okay, so let's keep them moving and go where we can. Again, balance with the awareness of your breath. This is your guide. The breath flows and your mind's focused. We're going to start seated. I want you to spend a few minutes now really coming into the awareness of your breathing. And the awareness of that, the position of the body, the work you're doing. And above all else, the lack of separation between these aspects of ourselves. We talk about them, teach about them like they're separate. And of course they do impact each other. And talk all the time about how you calm your breath, you calm your muscles, you calm your thoughts. You focus your thoughts, you focus your feelings, you focus your movement. You strengthen and open your muscles. Your mind is strengthened and open, and so is your breathing. The awareness of this is that they are not three things that happen to be interlaced. They are each other. You cannot take these things apart. It's not like Legos that are snapped together. It's not a collage. Putting things on top of each other. They exist as each other. Right? This awareness is the nature of the rest of it as well. We've all heard the Om, right? People chanting, doing this thing, right? Om is actually spelled A-U-M. Each syllable, each letter I should say, it's not really a syllable, indicating, connecting, showing the nature of this, the individual, the whole, and the connection, the space in between where they are one. The word is one. Awareness of it. One. You are the universal whole. And an individual at the same time. Cannot take ourselves outside of the whole of everything. It's within you. It is you. So as we open the eyes, if you had them closed or bring the hands front, we're going to exhale and come forward now. Nice, easy movement. movement forward. And so your thoughts think forward, not down. Your thoughts are your body. Think with this awareness. So you let your muscles relax with the calm of your breath. The breath is the calm of the body. The movement of the body is the movement of the breath and the thoughts. Inhale up, very, very tall. Shoulders are broad, shins tucked. And now, sideways arch. Right hand, left hand here, right arm up. There we go. Oh my gosh. Nice big length. Now don't let your shoulder cram up. So line this up. So again, the awareness of the movement, the thoughts, the focus of your mind. So wrists, shoulders, hips, the ears in a straight line as you exhale up and over. The direction of it is up as well as to the left. Excuse me. So this allows the right side to open. If we don't keep the alignment, we're going to sag, we're going to twist a little bit, lean back, and so the work doesn't come into the space that we want it. This is very finely directed to a release of the obliques and the ribs and the underside of the arm. Doesn't matter how far. And alignment is still a part of it. It's not the end of it. Because if everything's lined up, doesn't mean you're done. Still gotta breathe, still gotta focus, gotta find the depth of it where it's full effort. Going beyond, into a meditative state. Inhale beyond just doing. Being. Right hand down, left arm up, wrists, shoulders, hips. And we exhale and arch. And we breathe. Inhale up. Alright. Lean back, back arch. Fingertips by the hip joints. Middle's nice and strong, shoulders broad. And inhale, up we go. Breathe. And we exhale. All right. One more warm-up set. We're going to twist to left and right, right and left. Sorry. Okay, yeah. I'm getting all turned around. Well, I'm going to turn around anyway. So the back of the left hand there towards the right knee, right hand behind us. Up we sit. And we exhale to twist. Strong now. Breathe. Where you can go. Inhale and untwist. Alright, back of the right hand towards the left knee. Left hand. Last little warm up movement. Lots of space here. Up your spine as you exhale and move into it. Movement of your mind in and through and with the body. Where you end up is not the point. You'll go where you can. But you do this with full mindfulness as best you can. It's all you have to do. Do more than you know, I bet. Part of what we're finding out. We've got a lot of strength that we may not realize. A lot of resiliency we may not realize. Part of what we're learning and finding that for ourselves. Inhale, untwist. Pause a moment here. Feel your breath. Again, it is your body. It's a muscular thing. The heart, the lungs, the blood flow that takes the oxygen around, returns the carbon dioxide, etc. Your brain is a physical thing. It has actual physical weight. Your thoughts are measurable as an electrical signal. Can be seen with the right kind of microscope. It's amazing. Let's open the eyes. And we're going to roll forward, hands and knees. I know, and it's kind of become the pattern here for a while, hasn't it? But it's a good way to start. And again, a reminder, of course, another good thing to remember to start with, that if this is too much for your wrist, you can always come down to your forearms or just take a little break. Come up it all together. So right here we got this. We're going to step 1 foot back. It does not matter which one. Finding that nice deep plank here just so we can get the wide stance. And then exhale. Slight flex to your knees into downward facing dog we go. Shoulders are broad. Middle strong. Chin is tucked. Breathe now. Exhale, walk your feet in. Now we're going to bend the knees quite a bit. I want you to really come into an easy Uttanasana here. In full effort. So now physically, this may not be a lot of effort, right? Got your knees bent, a little bit of work in the inner legs, get your big toes lined up, a little extra space behind the heels maybe. I'm sorry, between the heels. But the chest remains open. If you tuck your chin, your shoulders stay back. So we're not just going to flop down over our knees. This is an active thing. Yeah, it may not be super active. The complexity of the asana, the pose, is not the point. Whether it be simple, challenging, complex, or easy. Sometimes the complex is easy and the simple is challenging. We engage fully. Maybe that means a little deeper focus. Not so much to the body, but to the breath. Release where we need. A couple of more breaths here. Now, we're going to look to extend our legs a bit. Do not take your fingers off the floor. So if the legs don't straighten, even anymore at all, go for it. It's okay. Exhale, let them extend. Don't let your upper body, your abdomen come away from your thighs as best you can. Shoulders stay back. Exhale now, let the legs extend fully and the hands come off the floor. And as that happens, the next inhale, strong middle. We roll up, let your palms open so you come into the Tadasana, mountain pose. Pause a moment. Big work here. Again, it's not the hardest thing in the world. It might be. You've got back, hip, knee issues. That might have been really tough. Focus now. you can. Do what you can. All right. Excellent. Now, we're going to come into a chair sit and then go from that into warrior 3. I'm going right into balance. Now I'm going to turn, kind of give a 3/4 view the whole way through this. We will be standing on our left foot first, just so you're aware. Now, we're going to inhale up. So let's find the extended Tadasana and check our alignment. Now, if you're letting your butt poke out, tipping your pelvis, you need your hands here. It isn't working. It's okay. You've got this. Next, exhale. Without the thighs rolling out, you really got to bring the work to the inner legs. Sink down. Now you're coming halfway to sitting. Maybe a little lower, maybe not. But now don't let your butt poke out. Don't let your back. That hurts, actually. It really does. Like I said, we're going to stand on the left foot. Now, before we do anything else, I want you to really feel your arms working now. This is an active thing. Don't let the shoulders cram up. So if they got to go out, they got to go out. Right? Lift your left heel for a moment. Let's kind of tuck your tailbone a little bit more. It's going to help get you vertical. And you'll be a little forward. It's okay. Lift your right heel now as you bring that strength down. Now holding the right knee bent. The exhale straightens our left leg up. And you go back. Now, don't stop working the arms. Don't stop working the legs. Obviously, you're working your left leg. You're going to work the right now, particularly if you pivot further. You don't have to. You get as close to horizontal as you can. You might have been there the beginning. That's it, right? It's okay. It's okay. All of it. This is your work, your body. Inhale up. Exhale down. Pause in your Tadasana now. I'm going to get ready to do the other side. Again, presence is part of this. You're being in the present moment. It's not that we don't remember. It's not that we don't know what's coming. We're going to do the other side. But that this is right now where we are. We're standing on 2 feet, arms down, focused on the breath, on the alignment of Tadasana. We're not doing warrior 3 on the left foot. We haven't started doing warrior 3 on the right foot. Here we go. We're about to start. Again, both feet are still on the floor. Into our extended Tadasana. Exhale to chair sit again. Both feet are still on the floor. I know, right? It's like, well, yeah, of course. Right? I can feel them. Yeah, part of it, though. Lift your right heel for a moment. And push it back down. Left heel up. Here we go. Exhale. As humans, we can't help but think ahead and think back. These are good things. It's not bad things. They really are. But they do get it, like so many other things that are natural and not necessarily bad by the in and of themselves. Here we go. Pivot. If you can. Too much of it can overwhelm us. Right? It's like fever. In a sense. Fever is not necessarily bad by itself. It helps the body fight off infection. But when the infection is really strong, there is that point where the fever, sorry, I'm talking too much, begins to damage the body. Inhale up. Exhale down. Same thing happening here. The distraction, the remembrance, and the awareness of the future cause stress, cause worry. Come on up to the head of the mat. Right foot goes back. Big deep. Lots of space here. Alright, so nothing wrong with knowing, having an idea of what might happen, learning from what has happened. But here and now, Virabhadrasana 2 and Reverse Warrior is what we're working on. Reach it out. Go to the left. Exhale, flex your left knee. Find your strength. You have more than you know. Again. I make a big deal about this because for me personally, it was a huge moment in my practice when I realized, oh, I have so much more than I thought. I don't want to fall. I don't want to strain anything. Get my feet so wide. Then all of a sudden, bang, there it was. Because of this wide stance, because of this extra strength that allows left hand up, right hand down. Exhale, arch, maintain your alignment. Don't lean, don't twist. Breathe. In, it all comes together. It's not even together, it is. It never was apart. And these are not like the ingredients of the bread I'm going to make later today. Right? Not added together. They're already there. They're not being baked. Inhale up. Inhale to straighten the left leg. We'll bring the right foot up. Okay, cross-ankled standing Uttanasana. So cross-ankled version. Left foot around. Nice big hip opening with a big flex. Big opening in the back of the right leg. Opening the left hip. Here we go. Exhale. You do not have to touch the floor. Oh my goodness. Breathe. Flex your knees. Inhale up. Now we do the other side. Left foot back. Squat. Right toes ahead. Left heel back. So, in Virabhadrasana, Warrior 2, and then the reverse warrior. Looking for that sideways arch again. It's going to release and strengthen the obliques and the rib muscles. A little bit of, again, a nice little underside of the arm opening there. Let's reach those arms out. Again, breathing calm. It's okay to change. Exhale, flex our knee. I have hair in my face. It's only been a year. I'm still getting used to it. Breathe now. Inhale up, turn down, and exhale out. Breathe. Inhale up. Inhale out. Left foot up. Whoop. You're supposed to make that sound? I don't know. Sound effects, as always, are optional. Right foot across the lap. Again, big opening the left leg. the outside of the right hip. Exhale and fold where you can. Again, touching the floor is a byproduct. Don't worry about it. Go where you can. Nicely done. Now we're going to flex the knees a little bit. I'm going to inhale up. Okay. And we uncross. Whoa, that was terrible. All right, going down to the floor. Toe balance first, and then we'll work on some back arches. So, feet together, sink down. Lift your heels and drop deep. Balance up. Now your hands do not have to come off the floor. They can be out for balance if they do. They will come off the floor if your space is there for you to have your knees continue to go forward. Your shoulders must raise up. If you can bring them together, again, this is, again, an option. It is not required. And then we shift our weight back forward. If you haven't already, get your hands down. Just go ahead, lean a bit, cross your ankles, lower yourself down. Some manner, way, shape, form, you come to the floor. All right, legs up. And it is time to twist. So, simple twist, Mauritiusana twist. We pull the right foot up, bring it in. And we wrap the right arm around. Push, flex, up, reach around, right hand, and exhale. Breathe. Inhale on twist. All right. And we're going to do the other side. We're going to let that right leg go down. And then we'll bring the left foot up again. So we got a nice, strong, seated twist here. Now, Mauritiusana twist. We're using the opposite arm here, the right arm in this instance, to help with that. So there is a little pull here. But now don't turn that into like a squeezing in motion. As you exhale, you got to really, again, you've got to concentrate into the awareness of the movement itself. Through the center of yourself. It is a rotating movement. The actual turn itself is not necessarily that big. Right? The action, again, that alignment of it, you can feel it moving in some ways further than the actual physical self does. And once again, there is no separation here. This movement is still the body. Because this energy turns further than your spine and your back muscles. Doesn't mean it isn't still there. It is still part of it. Inhale and untwist. Alright, let those legs go on. Alright, now we're going to roll the thighs. We're going to bring the feet in. Now we're going to open up the inner thighs a moment. We're just going to get some length here. We're not folding now. Pushing the toes down. Up we sit. Exhale, we extend. Breathe. You know what? I said we were going to do some back arches, and I completely forgot in the time it took me to sit down. We will get to some back arches in a moment. Good grief. It just seemed the better thing to do at the time. Sometimes you could play it by feel. Inhale up, in the legs, go. All right. Now, we're going to come into a cradle pose variation here. That is a little core strength. All right. So, we've got some hip opening happening here. We're going to take some of that space here. We're going to put some ab work in as well. Now, so we're going to start by turning the left thigh and bringing that ankle just above the left knee. Now, I did this fairly recently, so this should be fairly familiar. But again, don't hesitate to watch me first if you're not sure. So we're going to bring the hands, fingertips by the hip joints as you lean back. Now work your middle here. Do not let yourself slump, okay? Particularly now, with the toes of both feet flexed, we exhale and slide that right heel up. So you guys want to flex that right leg. Now, again, right hand comes to the back of the right thigh. Left hand between the legs. Now your elbows are flexed as the fingers interlace. Lean back. This will begin to extend your arms. Let them get as long as you can. The weight drops back. And now you reach that balance point. But with your next exhale, you can extend your right leg nice and long. This is a length of the spine, a length of the leg, calmness of the breath, some strength. Don't lose that turning out of your left thigh. As you inhale, let the elbows flex. You want to give it a squeeze. Don't put your heel down if at all possible. Let's just bring this in a little deeper. And then let the right knee bend. And get that foot down. I'm going to exhale. And let the leg extend out. Hands out of the way. Sort of sit up. Let's do the other side. So the right ankle here. In. There's this rotation throughout. Oh, excuse me. Get a little lean. Again, don't slump. Very active here. And we exhale. Pull left knee up. Got it? Yeah. Don't worry about how close it gets. Always going to measure. Hands there again. Little strength. Then we lean back. Again, so the strength now. Again, you don't have to pull with your arm. Right? The arms get long because you took your upper body. So like your strength for this is the extending of the leg and the work of your middle. You'll keep your back long. It's just it's a little balance, really. Got that. All right, again, we're going to flex those elbows real strong this time. Try not to bring that heel down, so we squeeze it in. And again, it doesn't matter how tight, maybe it doesn't move at all, it's okay. Just change the awareness, bring the awareness in, deep, strong, and left heel down. Hands out of the way as that leg extends. Right leg long. All right. Cross your ankles. Roll forward. Okay, hands and knees, downward facing dog. And then we're going to do into a single leg down dog. Start to release the hips, let drag over before we find our full back arch movement. So one foot back, then the other. Exhale, downward facing dog. Wrist, shoulders, hips. Little flex the knees. Go back. Alright. Shift your left foot over. You want to kind of center it up. It should line up with your nose, the middle of your body. Exhale, sweep your right leg up. And as you exhale next, turn your right hip towards the ceiling. Bend that right knee. But don't let that happen when you roll the right thigh up. You kind of want this weight to go back a little bit. Little curve. There's a little curving. Keep your middle strong so your pelvis doesn't cause your back to pinch. And the next inhale, we re-extend that right leg. Bring your hips level. And inhale the right foot down. Left foot over. Right foot centers. Yep, here we go. Directly into an exhale. Again, big extension. Now we did this earlier. It's the same movement here. This part at least. As that warrior 3. Exhale, turn. And breathe. This would be hard to do in warrior 3. Inhale to re-extend your next. Bring that level. Inhale down. Right foot over. Inhale to plank and exhale knees, chin, chest down. Uncurl your toes. Arms extend. So we're going to Sphinx pose. Really aware of the lengthening movement of this. I mean, it makes a very sharp curve in the lower back. It really does. But it's still a lengthening action. That's what makes this an arch, which is a bending. There's a sense of extension to it all the way through. Again, the awareness of the movement. Nice turn in. Feet are flat. Shoulders are back. Tuck. Inhale up. So, up we go. To the crown of the head. Shoulders are broad. Back we go. Through the tailbone. And we breathe. Exhale, full. Let the elbows splay out. Forehead rests on your fingers. Turn your face if you prefer. Breathe a moment or 3. Now we're going to come into here in a moment the Bhujangasana, the Cobra pose. If that's too much for you, always go back and do Sphinx again. You may not lift any higher, and that's fine. Again, the depth of the movement is not the point. Feet push, thighs in, hips work, tipping, pressing the pubic bone. Hands are now behind the shoulders. This is a backwards movement of the elbow. So even as the hands press, they kind of pull. And you inhale it where you can. And the movement is as much backwards to the lower back as it is up to the crown of the head. Exhale, full. Down, land hard. Is your choice whether you bring the hands back up underneath the forehead or extend the arms beside you, whatever feels right for you. Be at ease for a few minutes. Well, a few breaths, really. We bring those hands back. We curl our toes. Our middle is strong. We inhale up. We cross the ankles. We roll back, sit up. We allow the legs to extend. And we lie back and lie down. Okay. Here we go. So recline stuff. Now we're going to start actually with a little strength. That includes a leg extension. So we're going to look to see if we can use our body's weight to help us into a reclined split. So let's see what we can do. So we're going to leave the left foot on the floor first. We're going to bring the right knee up, bring the hands to the back of the thigh. We're going to, this time, really crank it down with your exhale. All right, if possible, feel your abs touch your thigh. Then we exhale and slide the left leg as long as we can. We'll flex the toes back. Don't let the toes turn out. Maybe that gets the back of the left leg on the floor, maybe not. Next exhale, we begin to extend the right leg. Now you get to this point and there's no straightening the leg because you just don't have the space. You can let up a little bit with that pressure of the hands until you get that full length. Now, don't pull on your thigh any stronger. Your elbows will bend a bit, maybe. We're going to lift up, really be aware of the movements. This is an activation of your abs, not a pulling with your hands. In fact, we're not going to pull at all anymore. So we begin to move the hands up the leg. So now the movement of the hands, the awareness of it. The hands are extending basically the same movement as the leg is. Now you flex your elbows. Again, it's going to look like you're pulling. You're not. We're just going to lock those elbows. As we exhale, we bring our shoulders down. Tuck your chin a bit. Now, if you have to move your hands, let the arms extend. Go for it. And don't quit, but don't hurt yourself. It's still part of it. Nice. Keep that right leg working. It's extending. Keep the left leg working. It's extending as you inhale. Bring our hands down. And maybe that takes that leg back up towards vertical. That's fine. Inhale to bend your right knee. And let your right foot come to the floor. And your left foot comes up. All right, let's do the other side. Again, give it a squeeze here. Exhale the left knee up. Hands back there. You be done in the meat of it. Don't be pulling your hamstrings. Pulling the thigh muscle. As you squeeze, give it a work. Come on, feel it. All right. Couple of breaths. Then the exhale extends the right leg long. Until slightly flex back. And keeping the thigh as close as you can, the exhale extends leg. If you've got to let up a little bit, let up a little bit. It's okay. Don't point your toes. Don't shove your heel. Ready to go a little further? Again, you can bring your hands along. Again, the movement of the hands, the movement like they are matching that energy. Excuse me. Exhale, curl up. Again, your elbows got to flex. Not to pull. All right. Just maintain that movement. There it is. Now we lock them. Now we tuck the chin. And then we exhale back. Excuse me. Goodness. And inhale. The hands work down. Oh dear. And bend your left knee. Pardon me. Goodness. Okay, let's bring that right foot up. Now, so we're going to come into a reclined twist now. It's got a little bit of a hip opening. And then we're going to come out of that and do a very strong hip opening. We actually come into a reclined cradle pose, pigeon pose variation here. So we're going to put the left ankle, part of the bottom of my foot there, just below the right knee. We'll turn that thigh. Arms go out. All right? And now the next exhale with very strong abdominal muscles, right? Really feel it. Don't let your back sway. Exhale and roll onto the outer edge of the right foot, onto the right hip. Now, as you do this, yeah, maybe your left foot will reach the floor, maybe not. Don't let that left knee turn in like this. The left thigh stays turned open, but the left hip keeps coming over the top of the right. So then we've got two directions happening here. You gotta calm the side, gotta keep strength in the thigh and your middle. Yeah. It may not be the biggest twist in the world. That's okay. It does not have to be. And we inhale next, and we will untwist. Carefully bringing your right foot flat. Left hand between the legs. So very strong here. Again, let's really bring that right knee in. Use your hands to the right side. Don't. Maybe you reach your shin, go for it, but at the minute, we gotta really crank it in here. Okay, now flex your left toe. Working your right thigh to keep it close. You can take your right hand to your left heel. Left hand to just below the left knee. Now a little strength there. Hold that leg in place. The inhale brings the right foot to the floor. Don't try to do anything further than that. So this is a variation on the reclined pigeon. I'd have you try to wrap your arms around and deepen this. We're not going to. So this is more of a cradle pose variation here. Once you begin, the awareness of the movement is not down now, but it is going kind of over us. We're going to move the right leg. Don't let it turn out. We have one more time. We exhale and extend. Maybe it doesn't extend as much this time. Maybe it's the exact same. Maybe it's easier than it was for that reclined split. It's okay. Either way. And you go where you can. Let your left side relax a little bit. And the next inhale now, we're going to bring the right knee back up. Now really again, give it a squeeze with your thigh muscles now to get that knee on the ankle, the left ankle, so your hands can come away. And your next inhale, the right foot comes down. Nice. Let's do the other side. Whoop. Again, sound effects are off. All right, so the right ankle, again, a little bit below the knee. Keep this rotation going. Again, so this awareness of this movement. And it's not real big. It's not real strong, but it's very active at the same time. Toes are flexing as we exhale and roll the left. And breathe. Inhale and untwist. All right, again, really bring that left hand with your exhale. Then get your hands, again, where does it work? Again, thigh, shin, it doesn't matter, just get it as deep as you can for a few breaths here. Really sink this in. Your left leg's going to do even more of the work, just for a little bit. The left hand on the right heel, the right hand there, kind of holding the thigh turned out. Keep both sets of toes flexed. Little squeeze, just a little bit, just to keep the leg from moving away from you as you exhale. Bring your left. Now again, you've got this movement is kind of that way. Again, it's not that we're pulling down. We're guiding the leg further. It's just the movement of the body, movement of thought, Same thing, exhale if you're ready. If it works for you, the left leg goes on. And we exhale the left knee up. Hands away. Inhale, left foot down. Alright. Uncross your leg. Let the backs of the hands now come to the floor. Palms face up. Once you found the spot away from your sides, however it feels right for you, allow the legs then to extend or not. Heels change the distance as it's called. Again, find what's right for you. Shavasana, as we close our eyes and find our breath and be present with ourselves. Again, don't quit, don't hurt yourself. Right? The calm of the body on the floor is the calm of thought and the calm of breath. You can feel your muscles relax. You can feel your breath slow. Why does my brain wander so much? Why are my thoughts all over the place? What am I going to do next? What happens tomorrow, later today? That's how it works, right? This is the challenge now, that don't quit but don't hurt yourself. Don't dwell on the fact that your mind is wandering. That's just another level of distraction. It's going to. Return your focus. What we're doing. Move the body, the alignment, the awareness of it, continually adjusting it. You've shifted constantly throughout. Your breath has been changing constantly throughout the practice. It's been fast, it's been slow, it's been deep, it's been shallow, it's weighed in. Return your thoughts to the alignment, to the breath. Feel present. And it's not much alignment now, really, when you think about it. But that's basically what we're doing. Calm presence. Responding, not reacting. Mindful in our movement or stillness. Making the effort, whether it's simple or complicated, challenging. Sometimes the physical challenge is less than the mental one. I have a student, one of my other classes, he's really afraid of falling. She has some balance issues, but she has also more strength than she knows. Her worry is getting in the way of her ability. And this is an example of what I mean when I say your physical and your mental and your emotional are not separate. And we get distracted from it because it's what our mind does. Quit, but don't hurt yourself. And you have more than you know. Flex your fingers a little bit now. Flex your toes. Calm, easy movements. It's not about how big they are. You can feel it, your bottom, your knees and elbows and wrists and ankles flexing. Again, the movement of the wrists and the hands has been the movement of the elbows. The movement of the elbows has been the movement of the shoulders the whole way time. Inhale out, begin the whole of it. Your whole being is extending now. Your breath, your thoughts, your body. That's what rolls over now with your right arm by your ears. You exhale there. Left knee bends to help with that. Forgot that. And we press ourselves up. Find a comfortable seated position, cross-legged or otherwise. Bring our hands together. The thumbs touch the chest. Again, that little spot. It's a nerve ending. It's your thumb. Your body. Your feeling. Not separate. Not together. They are. Smile real big. You're amazing. Namaste. Good job, everybody. Thank you. Alrighty. So, let me scooch up a moment. Alright, and read off the usual caveats. Actually, one extra one, something extra to mention. I'm going to do that first here. No class next week, no practice next week. I got to be out of town, and I'm just not going to be able to get one set up for you. So, I will be back the following week, and Thanksgiving weekend as well. So, we'll get right back then to it then. If you've got questions about today's practice, do not hesitate to leave me a comment on the video itself, or you can send me a message. I'm happy to answer either way. Right? Now, let's see again. There's a PayPal link, a Venmo link, CashApp link, and whatever you care to donate is very much appreciated. And then, like I said, I'll see you in a couple of weeks. I hope you keep up your practice. Until then, stay safe. Thank you. Bye, everybody.